Gielinor, the magical world of RuneScape. It's divided into chunks for easy use. Welcome to Chunkman Dead Die Kill, the series where I conquer the landmass of Gielinor by doing tasks and unlocking chunks. Last episode we added 2 chunks to our map by completing 2 tasks. The first task was completing the Shiloh village quest, and then we went for the second clue task for the medium clues, opening 9 more for 10 caskets opened in total. Our map expanded with a speck of desert next to Narda and a part of Meyerditch. Today we start off a bit confused on what our next task will be after the quest streak. I've been contemplating on what to do exactly for our next chunk. There is a couple things I was considering, as we have 48 combat tasks. If we would, for example, go to the Crazy Archaeologist, we have 2 tasks left here, one for 10 kill count and one for 25. We are currently at 2, so we would need 23. It's just weekend now, so this is actually a very bad idea, I guess. Maybe if I can get someone to protect me or scout for me, that would be an option. Otherwise, we have the gargoyles bosses, of course. We are at 50 kill count, we need 100 for the next task. But I'd like to get some more stat upgrades and gear upgrades before we do another 50, as that was quite annoying to do the last 50. And then talking about getting stats up and getting upgrades, we could do some more crafting and such, but we're only 1681 total level at the moment, so 19 levels is quite steep. Definitely because our stats don't go up as much anymore, as we are already quite high. And probably one of the easiest things to do would be to do another 15 medium clues, as we would get some levels in hunting, and that would contribute then to do another total level task. As we had to use that many clues, I'd rather wait a bit more until we have a bit more of the map. So I'd like to go and try the one hard clue instead. If we could get that one done, I think that should be a good thing to try. For it, we will be doing some Slayer to get the first hard clue. If we get a first hard clue step that is doable, then we can go to the Hellhounds and get some more there. But in the meantime, we will be getting some more Slayer experience as well as some combat experience. There's the doable first hard clue step at Gargoyles, so we didn't actually get that much Slayer experience yet. And we can do it because it's in Lumbridge Castle. So let's go and take our range setup and let's kill some Hellhounds. Alright, that's 3 hard clues which we can do. So one in the zoo in Ardi, which is fairly close as we are in Witchhaven Dungeon. And then one in Lumbridge, and the other is in the windmill in Lumbridge. So let's do the Ardi step first. Let's hope we get a back-to-back step we can do off of at least one of these hard clues, as the minimum steps on a hard clue are 4 and the maximum is 6. So if we get a bit lucky, we should get a casket from these 3 hard clues. And we don't have stall, nor do we have a rune heraldic shield, and we cannot access the Karazi jungle, so that's already a drop. Only 2 clues remain. Clue 2, and we don't have Trollheim, so that's another drop. 1 clue left, 2 steps done, so this is going to be really difficult to get this hard clue actually completed. And our third clue will be the Fairy Resistance Hideout. We do have the fairy rings unlocked, the teleportation system, but we don't have the one in next to Zora here, the DLR. That's the only one we are missing for that. So this is going to be a drop as well. Let's try again with another hard clue. Let's go back to the Slayer we were doing. And just let's try again with another 3 hard clues instead. Just finished our 516th task, all of the gargoyles we need to kill. And with Duradel now unlocked, it's actually our best Slayer Master, as there are 20 tasks he can give us, and about 4 of them we cannot do. And if we look at our block list currently, we have worms blocked, which is one of the tasks, and then steel dragons just because they're really annoying to kill. So actually we only have 3 in 18 tasks we cannot do from here. So let's see what you're going to get. Aberrant Spectre, really good, drops hard clues, and we're going to get a lot of herbs and seeds as well. And here we go for our second try. We have 3 new clue scrolls, and we gained 1 Slayer level and an attack level and even a prayer level already. Almost at another range level as well. So this took a bit longer than the last time. First step is immediately another drop. So 2 clues remain. Clue number 2, and we can get there. Great! So that's at least 4 steps we are going to get. Second clue, third step, and we get Auto God Blast, which is not possible. So we have 1 clue left in the wilderness. And that will be step 4, so we have a small chance we will be able to complete the clue. And if not, let's hope we get a back-to-back step we can do. Oh, and we got extremely lucky. We got a casket. Let's get out of here. Did not expect we would get a casket on 4 steps, as there is at least 4 steps on a clue and maximum 6. But we got the casket. I'm actually really happy about that we don't have to go and get more hard clues. From the reward from the hard caskets, there are a few things which are useful for other clues, like the heraldic shields. But in general, we're actually looking forward to anything on the normal table, and that's the black dragon hide. And of course, if we get god dragon hide, that would be even better. But as we only have 1 casket, it's going to be a bit of a gamble if we get something or not. The chances are pretty low. So let's just open it and see what we get. Ooh, Black Dragonhide chaps. That's actually pretty good. That's an upgrade from our Red Dragonhide chaps we have at the moment. And the rest, some alcohols and rune axes, some coins and some sharks. Not bad. But that was our first hard treasure trail completed. Only took us 2 tries with 3 hard clues each. So all in all, that wasn't all that bad. But getting more than just the 1 casket is going to be really difficult. But anyway, that was 1 hard treasure trail completed, which means we can finish that task on our spreadsheet and pick another chunk. Our 47th clue task, completing 1 hard clue, has now been completed. And that brings us up to 238 landmass chunks unlocked in total. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was a part of Meyerditch, and that means we can now unlock more of it, which would be terrible, as we cannot get there. Unlocking the Barrows chunk is still one of the most wanted chunks, as that would unlock a ton of things, and we see we have some islands like the Dragontooth Island. The Caterpie chunk is unlockable for so long now, and we still don't have it either. And for example here, the clock tower with the monastery would also be a very good chunk. But it's not our choice which chunk we are going to get, so let's see what the chunk picker gives us. Let's pick a chunk. And we get another part of a pothole. 2 parts of the 4. So if we unlock these 2 plus the western chunk of the Grand 3, we would be able to do Monkey Madness. But for now, that's not actually a very interesting chunk, as it doesn't really unlock anything to do. While doing all of the clues last time, we got up to 55 Hunter for the medium clues, and we got up to a few levels here, so I think 1 attack level, a prayer level, and a slayer level, just because of the hard clues, and that brought us up to 1684 total level. I'd like to go to 1700 for our next task. So that would mean we need 16 levels, and for the levels itself, I think we're going to finish off the woodcutting and the farming levels, catch probably a ton more implings for the next medium clue grind, and then probably do some more slayer as well to get some more levels over there. But what I'm going to start with is crafting. We are currently 71. And if we would get to 75, then we can boost to 80 for the Dragonstone Amulet for an Amulet of Glory. We will also probably make a Dragonstone Bracelet as well. But if we go to armor, that would also mean we would be able to get a Red Dragonhide body and the Black Dragonhide Vambraces. So that would be a few upgrades all in one, and that would set us up pretty much to go back to the Grotesque Guardians. So first up, let's see how long this takes to get the crafting level. After already getting a crafting level and a range level, this is going to be a bit unexpected, but that's going to be 70 mining as well, as we do need the sand from here to make more molten glass. And that's going to be 73 crafting already. We can make Red Dragonhide Vambraces, but we already have those. And we still have 1200 molten glass left, and we have enough buckets of sand to get us there. But currently there are a lot of people buying soda ash, so we'll have to revisit and do something else in the meantime. And there we have 72 farming. A lot of molten glass into lantern lenses later. We can make our dragon bracelet already, as we are 74 and now 75 crafting. We are now also able to make slayer rings, which I will probably do, as this is going to be a great way to get around. But with our dragonstone bracelet, if we enchant it, that becomes a combat bracelet, and comparing it to our black gloves, it's actually just better in general. I'm not sure why I didn't think of this anytime sooner, but this is a nice upgrade we could have gotten by boosting a bit sooner. Anyway, now to boost from 75 to 80 and make our 3 other upgrades. That's already the lowest requirement, 77 crafting for the Red Dragonhide body. That's one of the upgrades done. And that's the 80 crafting boost, so the Dragonstone Amulet with a ball of wool. There we have a Dragonstone Amulet, and then let's make the Dragonhide Vambraces as well. Those are the 2 upgrades. Let's maybe make a few more if possible. There we have 10 Dragonstone Amulets. Let's enchant them all. And we get Amulets of Glory. The reason we are making Amulets of Glory is because we do have the Amulets of the Damned, which are exactly the same as the Amulet of Glory in stat-wise. But actually, if you use the Amulet of the Damned, if you check it, you see it uses some charges, and I thought it was only using charges when using a full Barrows outfit, but apparently it's whenever you use it. So the glory will be better in that regard. And if we have these 10 glories, we can then enchant them to have some teleports up to level 30 wilderness. But for that we still need the Caterpie chunk to get onto White Wolf Mountain. That all brought us up to 1692 total level. So 8 more to go. We had a ton of yew logs from the woodcutting we were doing, and that's going to give us 83 fletching. With all of the gold ore we got from all the cargoes we've killed, this is going to be 70 smithing. So we can now make adamant bars. And there we have 91 woodcutting, 87 hit points, 79 attack, and a nice prayer level 69. And there we have another nice level 69 herb lore. And then a couple of eclectic implings later we are 56 hunter, which brought us up to 1700 total. Let's complete that task on our spreadsheet and let's see which chunk we are going to get. Before we complete our total level task, the Tombs of a Mascot is now released, which means we get another mini quest into the tombs. And then if we go to boss tasks, there are 8 tasks added, as both the normal mode and the expert mode have a high score threshold of 50 kill count. So that's 9 more tasks we will be able to complete later on the account. But for now, we finished our 68 total level task, achieving 1700 total. And we see 17 mini quests now and around 200 boss tasks now. But that total level task got us up to 239 landmass chunks unlocked in total. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was the northeastern chunk of Apatol. So 2 more chunks remain to unlock the entire island. But let's see what we are going to get as a new chunk. Let's pick a chunk. Okay. We get the other part of Apatol. Okay, that's 3 Apatol chunks in a very small amount of time. So only 1 more here and the other one in the Grand 3. And then we will be able to get ourselves a new weapon. But for now that doesn't really change much in the options we have. For our next task, it is currently a Thursday evening, and that's pretty much, I think, the best moment to do the 2 combat tasks we are still missing from the Crazy Archaeologist. We only need 10 kills and 25 kills, and we are currently at 2, so 23 kills, and we will get the task completed. We're going to have some help from a Serkin, who is going to scout for us, so any PKers will not be able to attack us and we can escape safely. And we pretty much have our best magic gear together with some spells, some teleports, and of course some snares as well. If somebody gets on us, we can snare them and get away that way. And otherwise pretty much our best food. So let's see how this goes, and hopefully we don't encounter any PKers. Specific drops from the Crazy Archaeologist, we don't really need anything. They do drop a red dragonhide body, but we just made that, so that's not necessary anymore. Otherwise it drops the Odium Shard and the Malediction Shard for the Wilderness Shield. Those might be interesting to get. And otherwise the Fedora just for some Fashionscape. And with this hit, that's going to be our 10th kill. There we go. Crazy Archaeologist champion. Only 50 more to go and this is going fairly smoothly. I was a bit fast in running away and we got the 25 kill count with the hard combat task, the Crazy Archaeologist Adept. Big thanks to a Serkin for keeping me company on all of the kills. We didn't really see much people, but we did have to hop twice because on the way to the Crazy Archaeologist we saw some people, so just to make sure. For the rest, we did it in 2 trips and we didn't really get any interesting drop. It was pretty much some bolt tips, some crossbows, and just a variety of things, but no red dragonhide body or any of the uniques there. But those 2 tasks we completed now also have our boss fully completed. In the overview, 4 out of 4. And it brought us up to 50 combat tasks completed in total. So let's go finish that task on our spreadsheet and let's see which chunk we are going to get. Our 10th combat achievement task, reaching double digits. We finished 50 combat tasks. That is now complete. And that brings us up to 240 landmass chunks unlocked in total. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was the top left chunk of Apatol, which only leaves the one in the bottom left spot. So let's see if that's going to complete the full island in one episode, or if we get another chunk. Let's see. Pick a chunk. Ooh, that's terrible. The top part of the mushroom forest on Fossil Island. As we cannot get to Fossil Island, this is pretty much a dead chunk. That's going to be all for this episode. If you like seeing the chunk picker push us towards Apatol, consider pressing the subscribe button, the like button, and leaving a comment down below. We tried some hard clues today and got a bit lucky on the chaps, but we kind of know now that we need a ton more of the map to consistently get more caskets. On the other hand, we now have a couple more upgrades, so hopefully those will help us with all of the bossing we still need to do. Next week will be a collection log video, so as always, have a good one and see you next week.